Okay, I think we're live. Share my screen. Normally, I'm not this technology inept. I tried to revert back, but that's okay. It is what it is. I apologize. So I tried to revert back to the old Zoom because I actually got it to work on another device, but it didn't work out for me. So I apologize for the delay. We're going to go ahead and get started. So this is part 2 of the Bonanza Google Shopping Bonanza workshop. My name is Nicole Whitlock, and I'm with eCom Sellers Academy. Today we're going to be going over the Google Shopping workshop. Let me just double check to make sure I have sound. I do have sound. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I have sound. Okay. All right. So today we're going to be covering Google Shopping, what it is, what are some of the platform options, features, and integrations, how to use the platform. And it's really not listing, like you're going to ship from whatever tool you're already using. So if you're integrated with ShipStation or some other tool, you're going to ship through that. But we'll show you how to integrate, or we'll talk through how to get your listings over to Google Shopping, the Google Shopping platform. Okay, so what is Google Shopping? So Google Shopping is a service where people can actually like find your products using Google. It is known as a comparison shopping engine. So when I type in something like baby stroller comes up, but there's also some images that show up automatically when I type in baby stroller. Those are listings that have been integrated into Google Shopping. So it makes it easy for people to find things. They're all individual graphics for each listing that happens to be integrated into Google Shopping. And so all of your listings that are on Amazon, eBay, wherever they are, Walmart, Facebook Marketplace, you can actually easily integrate those into Google Shopping. So it's a great way for people to find your products and find your physical products, no matter where you are. If your products are being sold globally, they'll be visible globally. If your products are being sold locally, they'll be visible locally in that Google search. So it's based off of the words, the keywords that people are putting into the search engine. So a couple of quick facts about Google. I didn't know this. It was created in 2002, and it was actually known as Frugal. I think of Frugal as F-R-U-G-L-E, but okay. So the service was simply intended to index product data. That was what it was originally intended to do. And in 2012, they changed the service to actually integrate it with Google Ads or Google AdWords, sorry. And that way your shopping or your products would actually show up in Google Shopping. At some later point, they added some more features to it. So another way, Google Shopping is another way for retailers and e-commerce businesses to advertise their physical products on Google so that they actually show up. And Google uses the product data that's uploaded by the merchants. So we're going to talk about where do you upload your information or integrate your information so that it actually shows up in the Google search. And since most everyone uses Google, like I can remember a long time ago, people used to use Yahoo or Bing, but most everyone uses Google. So you definitely want your products to show up there so you can get more traction. There's some statistical data around that as well. So why should you use Google Shopping? Because it works. So before I talked about a baby stroller, I just type in baby stroller in the Google search, and this is what automatically displays. So there's a baby stroller from Mockingbird. There's one from 9 Offers Today. There's one from Walmart with a rating, 9 Offers Today. So I don't know what that I would never have thought of naming a store or a brand 9 Offers Today, but clearly it shows up. It's immediately there. It's visible. And I didn't even have to search on images. I literally just typed in baby stroller, and right below this listing is like all of the text related listings, like an Amazon listing for baby stroller and a Walmart listing for a baby stroller. So there are different listings for baby stroller underneath. And I didn't even have to click on images. I didn't have to click on shopping. It just automatically shows up in the all. Okay. So the next thing I could do is I started off in all, I could click on shopping, and now all of these products, and I could keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, will actually show up and be available for me to kind of see what I want to buy. I also have some options over on the side. It knows where I am locally. I can look for just baby strollers that are near me. I can look for baby strollers that are on sale. I can look for baby strollers that are a specific price. I can look for baby strollers with a brand. So again, all the information that you, the seller, are putting into the database causes your baby stroller to show up in the options and to show up potentially based on how I might be paying for AdWords. My Google AdWords account might show up before somebody else's. Also, it also depends on some of the keywords that I use in my listing. But I love Google Shopping. I think that is a great way for your products to just automatically show up. When's the last time you did a search and stuff just showed up at the top of your screen, like products that you could click on, the actual image for the products? And then the words were below the actual image. That is the difference. You want your stuff to show up in the words. So why should you use Google Shopping? 30% higher conversion if you use Google Shopping over text. So if you were to place a Google Ads, if you were to place a Google AdWords campaign and a Google Shopping campaign, your Google Shopping is going to convert 30% better than the text one, okay? So again, the images show up above the words. The words or the listing. When I say above the words, let me just pull one of these up real quick. So this is baby stroller. Let me go to all. So when I just type in baby stroller, the images show up at the top. I have to scroll down. It gives me the stuff locally. Notice that. Then it gives me local stores that are near me. Notice that. And then now I'm getting the text for, oh, here's an Amazon listing. Here's a Target listing. And look, some more baby strollers show up. And look what kind of data that Google has given me. The top 16 strollers. Okay. So I could scroll through that and see if there's anything I want to do with that. Then it's giving me some additional articles. It's giving me some articles on baby strollers. And then now it's giving me some additional ads on baby strollers. So before I even get to, oh, here's the words on baby strollers, I see first the ones that automatically show up in the top part of the scroll. That's Google Shopping, that you're placing Google Ads, Google AdWords. It gives me some local information and the map associated with that. It gives me the stores that are near me. Then these are showing up first. So this is, I can tell you, is probably the #1 ranked baby stroller on Amazon because it's under the Amazon bestsellers and it says #1 right there. So Amazon is ranking higher than the things that are below it. Then Target is next, 16 strollers, some more information, articles about strollers, and then it starts giving me, these are all stroller listings. So I can just go buy a stroller in these, look for a stroller in these stroller listings. So what your goal is to get your items to show up here, they show up here, or you want your items to show up somewhere down here. But this is part of a ranking that Google is doing. That's organic. This is paid. I'm at the top. So people will just scroll through this and look for a stroller all day long without even going directly to shopping. They'll just start here. If you go directly to shopping, these are all the options that you're going to see. You're going to see different types of weights for strollers, the different types of strollers, the features for the stroller. It is just ridiculous, all the stuff. The strollers that have free shipping, the ones that are the seller, here's the sellers. So if you want one that's sold by this one or by eBay or Nordstrom or Walmart or whatever, you see all of these options and it's all around baby strollers. It's bananas. It is completely bananas how they do this. So that's what we're working on today. How do I do this? Okay. So Google Shopping improves your product visibility. Absolutely. We just saw that. So with the Google Shopping ads, your advertisement is going to show up at the top. It's going to show up also because it's linked to Google AdWords, which is what you're going to learn a little bit later. It's going to show up in the display. If there's like a place for ads within your Gmail, YouTube, it can show up in different display spots all over the place. Google Shopping improves your shopping experience or improves your customers' shopping experience by giving them some specific images that they're looking for. So in other words, you could describe the stroller or the fact that I can see the stroller and the images are eye-popping. They jump off the page. They make me want to maybe go look at them, or they're big and they're full. You don't see like a bunch of white space and then a tiny little stroller in the middle. They're big, they're eye-catching, and there's different views of that stroller. So I can see it from the side, I can see it from an angle, I can see it from the top, I can see it folded up. Google Shopping brings in your users that have a stronger intent to buy. So if it shows up in the search, that means that I have the opportunity to click on one of them. If I click on it, it's going to go to that website. So if it's your own website, that's great. If it's still on Google Shopping, that's fine as well. But it will go to the website. And so if I intended to purchase, I'm more likely to just go ahead and purchase while I'm there versus continuing to shop around. And then it simplifies product management. So with Google Shopping, it contains all of your product information. It's going to contain everything about your listing because you have the opportunity to integrate your listings directly from Magento, Shopify, WooCommerce, and a few other platforms where they integrate directly in with Google Shopping. So since they integrate with Google Shopping, you don't need to add product images if your images are already great on your Shopify store to just bring them in. Your pricing information, your description of your product, the multiple images that are associated with it, all of that stuff. You don't have to maintain that manually. It makes your life a little bit easier. Okay, so how to use Google Shopping. So there's 8 steps to this process, and we're going to talk through all 8 high level. So the first thing is that you do have to set up a Google Merchant account. It's Center, S-E-N-T-R-E. Anyway, account. So you need to set up an account. Then after you set up the account, you're going to create or use your product images. So important because the product images are what's going to drive people to potentially click on your thing and buy it. So we did the training last week on Bonanza. And so Bonanza has the opportunity, if you want to buy ads with Bonanza, they will show up, your products will show up in Google Shopping automatically. So if you have amazing images on Bonanza, you can choose to do a campaign and it will automatically push your listings over to Google Shopping, which is great. There's different tools that we've talked about in the past that will integrate directly with Bonanza, one of them being List Perfectly. And so you can use your List Perfectly account to list on multiple platforms, eBay, Etsy, and Bonanza, and then push in Facebook Marketplace. You can push those listings over to Google Shopping as well. So again, another opportunity to get more eyeballs on your listing. So you input your product data feed, or you integrate your listing, where it's coming from. You're going to link your Google merchant account to your Google AdWords account. You're going to create a Google shopping campaign. That's what you're going to do. You're going to place bids on your campaign, and then you're going to target, where do you want to target this campaign to run, and who do you want to target? You want to schedule it and let it go. So inside of there, you're also going to place your budget. So when you create your campaign, you're going to place your budget. And then you can create groups that you want to, you can create product groups for your campaign, different product groups. So the first thing is setting up your merchant account. So you literally can go to google.com/retail, or you can just Google Merchant Center to try and find it. Once you do that, it's going to take you to Google Retail. And then once you go to Google Retail, you click on Get Started. When you click on Get Started and you scroll down, you're going to see the Merchant Center. When you see the Merchant Center that's down here, you're going to click on the Merchant Center and click on Get Started. The first thing it's going to have you do is it's going to have you create your account. The next thing it's going to have you do is upload your products. And the last thing it's going to have you do is show your products across Google. So that's basically the integration level to Google Ads. And you'll also see ads up here, local inventory, smart shopping. So let's go. So the first thing, when you click on Get Started, you're going to create your account. You're going to put in your business information, which is your name, your address, your country, your time zone. You're going to select where you want your customers to check out. So you can check out directly with Google, or you can have them check out on your website, or if you've got a local store, they can check out there. You can also set up your integration. So if you've got where you want people to check out using your Stripe account, you want them to use your Apple Pay, or maybe you're using Google Pay, or you want them to check out using PayPal, then you can do that. You can link those in when you're setting up your Google Merchant account. So that's when you're going to link those. You're going to enter your email preferences. How do you want to receive notifications? Where do you want to receive them? How are people going to communicate with you? And then, of course, you're going to read and accept the terms of service. There are a lot of important things to know about advertising on Google Shopping. You can't just put anything up. So there's a whole Google policy around the things you can and cannot sell. And of course, because it's Google AdWords, they're going to block you. So no selling CBD. It's not going to happen. Anything more than likely, the things you couldn't previously, not necessarily not sell on Amazon, but things that like you can't sell CBD, you can't sell things that are hazardous, stuff like that. You can't sell it on Google Shopping either. So just putting that out there. You're going to create your images and add your products to your data feed. So on your images, make sure that they are visually attractive, that they're big and bright, lots of color, full of color. You want them to take up the majority of the image space, okay? Images should be light, have a light background or a white background. And you should name your image files because, again, you're using Google, so people can search for your products just in using Google image search. So Google image search, when you go to Google and you have all those options for all and shopping, and images is one of them. They can choose to search for things by an image. You want your product to come up. And then the next thing is your product data feeds. You're going to go to the Google Merchant account. You're going to click on products feeds, and then you're going to click on the blue icon. From there, you're going to choose your country and your language. So again, where are you going to be selling, and where do you want people to be able to buy from? So if you've got a shipping account and you're selling, I don't know, you're shipping to Canada and you've already got everything worked out on how you're going to get the customs to go through, or if you're just going to just ship in the US, This is where you're going to indicate that. But if you want your products to be global, you need to make sure that you indicate which ones are global and which ones aren't. To determine the demographics for your products, okay, so who's going to be buying them? So again, if you're selling in the US, that's fine. Is there a specific group? Name the product feed, so give it a name, and then choose how you'll input that product information. So you have 4 options. You can either import your information directly from a Google spreadsheet. You can do a scheduled fetch from another site. You can schedule it if there's an integration. You can upload the information. So if you've got a file, if you've got a file from your wholesale supplier, so you can upload the file. Or you can do, if there's an existing API. So Shopify would be, there's an integration that's in place. So there's a Shopify integration, Magento, WooCommerce, and a couple others. So you have those options on how you're going to get your products into Google. Then afterwards, you're going to access your products in your Google Merchant Center account under the primary feeds. You go to product feeds and primary feeds. That's where you're going to find your products, and you can search for it by the name that you gave it. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to log into your merchant account if you're not already logged in, and you're going to click on the upper right-hand corner. There's going to be 3 vertical dots. You're going to choose the option when you click on the menu, and you're going to click on account linking. Basically, you're going to link your Google Merchant account to your Google AdWords account, okay? If you don't have an AdWords account, no sweat, no problem. You're going to be prompted to create one. Just remember what it is. So if you have it attached to a specific email account, like a specific Gmail account, like that's what mine is, you need to remember what that is and remember the password that's associated with it. Because any communication from Google, whether it is directly from Google AdWords or Google campaigns or from your merchant center, are going to go to that email account. So if you need to create a brand new email account because you want everything to be new, you don't want it to be associated with an existing account that you're using on a regular basis, create a new account before you start this journey. Okay. So if you don't have a Google AdWords account under that email account or under that Google account, then they're going to prompt you to create one. So now we're going to go to where we set up our Google shopping campaign. So after you link your AdWords account to your merchant account, then we're going to be setting up your Google shopping ad campaign. So remember, we brought all our stuff in. And once we brought all our stuff in, we have 4 different ways to bring it in. And there is a specific format if you use the Google Sheet. And that is actually inside when you get ready to go choose that option. There'll be a template that you'll see there. So your data must be in that format. So there's 2 ways in which to start this Google Shopping ads campaign. One is to do it directly from your merchant center, and the other one is to do it through your Google AdWords account, Google Ads account. So if you're going to go through your merchant center, your Google Merchant Center account, you're going to click on Create Shopping Campaign. Then you're going to give that campaign a name. Then you're going to indicate the country of sale and your daily budget. So on a campaign, you got to figure out what your budget is going to be. How much are you going to be willing to spend to have this item show up? Okay. There was a period of time this summer where they were letting you integrate your Google Shopping or your created Google Shopping campaign account without necessarily having to pay that. So there is a daily budget. You can set a low daily budget. So if you want to spend $10 a day, that's fine. You want to say, how long are we running this ad? So if I'm running it for 30 days, $10 a day times 30 days is $300. Okay. So I want to do a daily budget of $10. And then it's going to ask you for like an overall budget. You click on Create, it's going to prompt you to continue managing your account through Google AdWords. So basically, you create the campaign, you set all this stuff around the country and the daily budget in a name, and then it's going to push you over to Google AdWords. So remember, whatever that campaign name is, that's what it's going to show up under Google AdWords. So then you're going to, if you're setting it up directly using Google AdWords, or if you're starting from Google AdWords, you're going to select your campaign goal. So what is the goal? Is your goal to get more sales? Is it to get more leads? Is it to drive website traffic? Are you trying to push people to your website? And this is very similar to some of the goal stuff that you set up when you're doing Facebook ads. So, what is the goal? Is the goal to get more sales? And then they're going to walk you through the steps if the goal is to get more sales. If it is to get more leads, then they're going to walk you through the steps. And if it is to drive more website traffic, then they're going to walk you through the steps. So my guess for you is it's going to be sales and it's going to be website traffic. It's not necessarily going to be leads for the products that you're going to be selling. Although it depends. I mean, you might have something where you're trying out a white label or private label product and you're trying to collect names and email addresses. So that would be a lead situation. Then you're going to select shopping, and then from there, you want to make sure that your merchant account details are showing up. So remember, when you created your merchant account, when you did your product details, you brought in products four different ways. So how are you bringing those in? Then you're going to update your campaign settings. There's going to be different things that you're going to have to update based on the fact that you're coming in through Google AdWords. And you're going to indicate your bid strategy. So you have different bid strategies, and there's going to be terminology around marketing that may be foreign to you, but we do have the Facebook ads and Instagram ads. I think there's a Google ads. I'm not really sure. Training that's coming up. So I'm just going to give you high level. So CPC, CPC is cost per click. In other words, to have your items show up in the listing, you only pay when somebody clicks. What is the cost per click for people to see your product and to click on it? So what are you willing to pay every time they click on it? CPE is cost per impression. So again, what are you willing to pay for people to see it on a regular basis? Cost per impression. So there's a few others, but those are the big ones that you're going to see on there. And then Google does have a place for you to help you with your budget strategy. Once you have indicated your budget, so you figured out, what is your goal to get more traffic to my website. I've set up my budget. I gave a campaign a name. All my products have been loaded up. I got great pictures, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm going to indicate my target audience or my target demographic, and I'm going to schedule this campaign. How long am I going to let it run? If it's a campaign that you're going to let run for like 2 weeks, that's fine. So